Hello, this is Tricia from Tricia's Cards and Crafts, and today I'm going to make a card using the Jar of Flowers stamp set. I've got the jar punch, and I've also got a jar, oh, what do they call them? Oops. They're called mason jar shaker domes, and they come in packs of 10. So I've got one of those. They are they've got adhesive on the inside and on the outside, so they would actually go underneath the paper and come up through it. So what I've got today, I've got a card which is 5 by 7. I've got an insert which will go inside, which is just under 5 by 7 and folded in half, obviously. I've got a mat of Pool Party, which is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and a whisper white sheet, which is 4.5 by 6.5. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the shape of the jar out with the punch, and so that the blue will be underneath. Okay, so, and it will look as though it's full of water, hopefully. I'm going to stamp the stems of the flowers on the blue, and then I'm going to put the flowers themselves onto the white. I'm also going to put a sentiment on the front as well. But the sentiment I'm using is going to be from the Celebrate Sunflowers, and it's the it's the Let's Celebrate You. Okay, which I don't think I've ever got out either. There we go. Let's put this one on. Let's Celebrate You. And put that on here. There we go, and we're all ready. So on the inside, I think I might I'll put a happy birthday, I think, or from another set. I'll be using the, if I can find it, here we go, Peaceful Moments stamp set, and I'm good to use Wishing You Every Happiness This Special Day Will Bring. So I'm going to use that one. It's not there, so I've got it out already. Okie dokie. I will find that in a moment. It's here somewhere, but just not where at the moment. Right, I will find it, and I will put that one on the inside, but I'll sort that out again. Right, so let's make a start on this. I think the first thing to do is to cut out the shape of the jar, because, whoops, wherever the jar goes, wherever the punch will go to, that's the depth that I'm going to have on the front of my card. So I turn the stamp upside down so that I can make sure that I've got it centered on the stamp and it's down as far as it will go. Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp the shape out. Okay, there we go. So the shape is there. Here we go. So that's finished with. I think I might just cut off the top of this, because you wouldn't have water all the way to the top. And instead of actually, I'm going to colour it in so that it's not completely right. I'm going to use some of this Pool Party blender pen so that it still looks, so it's not white. I don't want it to be white, but I don't want it to be as dark as the rest of the jar. And I'm going to stick that on. Right, so if I put this where I need it to be on the Pool Party, here we go, and then if I put that inside the shape, and I take that away, if I might as well use this actually, because this one won't show so much, because it's not going to be seen, so that I know where I'm going to stick it. So I'm going to put some Tombow on the back of this. I'm going to stick this here. There you go. And I'm going to put that in there like that. Now, I want to stamp my stems, so they're going to be about here. But I do need to have some of the stems showing at the top of my jar. There we go. Okay, so it's not completely straight. Well, I've got, when I put my jar in, that's not clever. I wonder if I can just take that off slightly. And I'm just going to straighten this off a bit. There we go. Well, still not straight, but it's better than it was. Right, so that's going to go on there like that. This will be over the top like that. Well, it's close enough. It's as close as it's going to get anyway. Right, so now we're going to stamp this, and I'm going to use some, I think I'll use some, actually no, I'll use the Paper Pizzazz. There we go. I'm going to put that so that there they go. There we go. So I will colour those in. So I don't need this for the moment. I just need this now. And I'm going to colour, I'm going to stamp these in, which way round? That way round. Or that way round. Maybe that way round, because then you'll be able to see some of the, there we go. Right, so I need some black ink now for the flowers. I'm going to colour them in with my blender pens. Okie dokie. And we'll put this down. Whoops. No, it's got to be that way round. That's clever. Right. So we put this there like that. There we go. Okay. Right. So I'm going to use some Granny Apple Green for the stems. There we go. I'll just colour all the way through. But now, I'm also going to do that. Use this on here. There we go. those are coloured in. Now I need some, I think this would normally be a purpley colour. There we go. And I think I might use the shaded spruce light with these leaves. They're more of a sagey colour normally, I think, but this will be fine. They are quite spiky. I'm not going to do a lot of shading on these because they're a bit small, these images, so I'll probably might do a bit on the sunflowers, and then I might put some of this old olive light for these leaves over here. There, and these over here. And that there. And then these. There. I might use those on those as well. I'm going to use some Flirty Flamingo. Oops, that's not Flirty Flamingo. Where's that? Here we go. Some dark Flirty Flamingo for this flower down the bottom, and these little buds here, and this flower here. And then I'll go over with the light Flirty Flamingo. There we go, blend that in a bit. Right, now for, oops, I missed one. Just put a little bit there as well. And now for the sunflowers, I'm going to use those 3 colours. So I'm going to use, wrong one, wrong end. This one, the light should do the ends. One here. And these. Now I'm going to go to the dark Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to do a bit more. And the back, where there would be some shadow, the leaves, put more on the back leaves, petals I mean. There we go, that's probably a bit more. And this one, where they're behind, a little bit down the bottom, these here, behind here, on that there, and where there's any black. And now these underneath would have maybe darker. Where there's black, this one. These that are behind, underneath, and a little bit on the bit nearest the middle. And then I'm going to put some pumpkin pie light right in the middle. And again, it doesn't matter if it goes onto the middle of the flower, the centre. There we go. And I'm just going to go back over with the light again to blend it all together. There we go. And then I want some, I've got some cinnamon cider. I don't want the dark, I want the light. Cinnamon cider. And I'm going to use that on the centres of the flowers, of the sunflowers. There we go. Now I'm going to get some this'll do. This is the light soft sea foam, and I'm just going to take out some of the white that's peeping through. I don't want it to be white, because you wouldn't necessarily see white. Even if there are gaps, they're not going to be white gaps. Okay. There we go. I think that should be okay. There we go. There we are. So that's that. I'm going to stamp "Let's Celebrate You" on here. I've got a little piece of Whisper White, which is 1 inch by 4. I'm going to put this in the middle. There we go. And I'm going to use my banner pinch well, I might use my banner pinch if I can find it. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Hiding. I'm going to use the banner pinch, and I'm going to use this one. No, I'm not. I'm going to use this one here, which is this side, and I'm going to put this so that I can see. Put it upside down, put it in, make sure it's centered, There we go. One. And I'm going to put one on the other side. Now I cut a piece of Pool Party which is exactly the same length as this, but it's just a little bit, but because I've cut the ends off, I've now got a little shape at the end, which is fine, which is what I wanted. And I'm going to put this one, mount that up here. Okay, right, so we can now put all the cards together, put the card together. Okay, you can, there is a jar stamp which will just fit inside here, and I'm going to use I think if I can find it. Oops, that's not it. I'm going to use Coastal Cabana because it's on the Pool Party. I'm just going to use Coastal Cabana so that it just shows up a little bit more, I think. There we go. So take that off as well. I don't need that on there for this. There we go. And here we are. I should put this go. Press down. And there we go. So there it looks as though there's a jar there. Oh, and it's glass. It wouldn't be. It's okay. There we go. So let's put this card together. So we're going to put the blue on first. Oh yeah, we're going to put the blue on first. So I'm going to use my Pool Party going down my first layer. Get a nice small gap around the outside edges. All this is dry now. I'm going to find something. This will do. I've got some little iridescent circles that I'm going to use to shake it with, because I haven't got the sprinkles that go with it. I forgot to order them, so we'll see. So I'm going to put the sprinkles in the middle here. Just push them inside the jar shape. There we go. And then I'm going to take the first layer off, which is the one that goes on the inside of the card, and I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to stick that down. What I should have done, which I didn't do, was I should have used my anti-static pad, and if you wipe that over the inside of it first, it stops the things that you've got inside from sticking to things. But I think that'll be okay. It'll be okay. That's okay. It's not too bad. So now I'm going to take this off. So it's sticky on there now, and I'm going to put glue on the back of here. So I'm going to go all the way around, even though there's already going to be glue to stick that down. I'm going to put glue all around the edges, just to be on the safe side. Just don't want it coming off. There we go. And this now will fit on over the shape, and then I'm going to press it down. So we have our jar and our shaker. Here we go. And now I'm going to stick the Let's Celebrate You onto the pool party. There we go. Oops. There we go. Right. And then I'm going to use some dimensionals on the back so that it pops up a little bit. There we go. I'll put this up here. There we are. And then we have our little card. I'm going to finish this off with, ooh, these are nice, some of these iridescent pearls. These are in the New Autumn Winter catalogue. And I'm going to use my, well, I would if I could. What have I done with that? Oh, here it is. It's there. I'm going to use my, oops, pick it up tool. 1, 2, I might put one on. There we go. I might actually, I think I will do. I think that would be nice if I do. Put that off there. And use some of this ruched yellow ribbon, and I'm going to make a bow, and I'm going to put it on top of just a small bow. Oops, lost the end. Don't want a big bow. There we go. There we are. So I'm going to cut that off there, and that off there. And I'm going to use some glue dots to adhere it to my card. Find them? Yep. There you go. Oops. 1. 2, just to be on the safe side. There we go. And on the top there. There we go. So there we have a Let's Celebrate You. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll find the other stamp and I will stick that on the inside when I put the, I won't stick this in yet, because just in case, I never stick it in until I've made sure I've stamped it properly. I have done it in the past and made a mistake. So I will find the stamp and I will stamp that on the inside, and then I will adhere that to the front, to the inside. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed watching me make this card. I hope you like the stamp set, and I like what I've done with it. Hope you come back and watch me again sometime.